Alright, this is a cool update video. I'm excited to share just some of the things that I am working on in my life with you guys. Next stages for the next couple of months. I've got some amazing pizza. There's an awesome pizza company here which will drop the little food review video I did for you. The pizza company is literally their name in Thailand. It's fantastic. It's literally like the best pizza I've had in Southeast Asia compared to what you can get in the States. Fantastic. If you're here, you got to try that if you like pizza. Had an awesome first full month with my company. We were able to increase revenues $500,000 last month while keeping all the ads under budget. We started building our team, hiring people, we're training people, and the goal there long term is to build out an organic strategy so that way we can reduce the reliance on ads and honestly reduce the overspend on ads. Part of optimizing our ad strategy is optimizing the ads specifically, but it is also increasing our organic presence and doing a much better job there so that way we can get organic leads in from some of these other areas where the ads aren't performing as well. They're kind of more expensive, conversion rates are higher, the costs are higher, things like that. We can get those leads in organically still and not have to spend ads there. We can reduce the overall ad investment and just spend wiser, spend smarter, and just really spend on the areas where we get a lot of return, 3, 5, 7x return on the ad dollars that we're putting out. So that was really exciting. And yeah, then to this video, I have a couple big decisions I got to make coming up in the next couple of months. And so that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. Basically, tonight I was on the phone with a friend a little bit ago and I was just talking through some ideas. And there's a couple of ideas for this video that I want to talk about. One is kind of how do you manage when you want to do a lot of things? Like when you're trying to accomplish a lot in your life, how do you manage that? Like how do you accomplish so many things? This is something I get asked a lot because just for me, how I am, I kind of have no chill when it comes to doing things in my life. When I make my mind up about wanting to do something, I just go and do it, right? And I just figure out how to make it fit into my life. And I figure out, along the way, if it's something I want to keep doing or if I want to drop it, replace it with something else, or just kind of go back to my normal tasks and things that I normally do, my normal hobbies, my normal work, all that kind of stuff. And so I get asked a lot, like, how do you manage to do all these things? So that's going to be the second half of the video. The first half of the video, I'm going to kind of give you guys some of these things that I'm thinking about doing in the next phase and over the next, few months. Passports in different countries. I've kind of talked about this in my other videos, so if you aren't up to speed on kind of what I'm doing, what my personal goals are, and what I'm trying to accomplish, definitely go check out those previous videos. You'll see the link in the description or, maybe linked here somewhere in the YouTube video. But yeah, so I was talking to a friend and I'm just like, the conversation initially started out like, hey, I'm in Thailand, I'm getting settled in, I'm thinking about, should I buy a scooter? Or should I go ahead and buy a motorcycle? I've really been wanting to get a motorcycle. There's a lot of them here. The roads are nice and open and, really nice for driving, especially up north. There's some really nice driving areas in the mountains and stuff like that. And so, just for fun, like I miss driving motorcycles. I used to drive motorcycles when I was younger. I was in a really bad accident when I was 20 years old. Haven't ridden since, but I've always wanted to. Have just been waiting to kind of get back to it and for the mode of life and for the time of life to facilitate it. And so I'm here in Thailand and I'm getting settled in and this is an option for me. And this conversation quickly led into, well, look, if I'm going to think about either renting or buying, like I kind of know what I'm going to need to do for the next 3 months, 6 months, for a year. And my initial plan when I first decided to take this job in Thailand was, hey, I'm going to be here for 90 days or so, maybe a little bit longer. Let's see how it goes with the company and everything and the position and how I adjust in and get the team going and all that kind of stuff. But let's see how that goes. And then I need to hop off over to Serbia and, start working on a citizenship there to get my second passport there. And as I've been settling into Thailand, one of the things that has become really prevalent to me is just how much effort, time, and energy it takes to assimilate to a new country. You have new cultures, there's new foods, there's new language. I mean, it is just a lot of stress on your mind and on honestly just your life to go ahead and adjust to all the things you have to adjust to. I mean, when you think about, I've opened up a bank account since I've been here, I've gotten work permits, I've had to get multiple visas. I had to get a visa in order to get my second visa, in order to get my third visa, in order to be able to stay here a long time or come and go as I please. And so, like, there's a lot of things you have to do. I'm thinking about getting a driver's license along with the, either renting a motorcycle or a scooter. If I buy a motorcycle or scooter, I have to think about insurance. Like, there are so many things that you have to think about when you're coming to a new country. And so I've kind of been in this mode where I'm like, oh, man, do I really want to go adjust to a new country so quickly? I'm kind of getting comfortable here. I'm getting comfortable in my condo. I'm getting comfortable with my area, the food. Like, I'm now I have local favorites that I really like to enjoy. I have places where I'm going and playing pool a lot. Like, I'm making friends. I really enjoy the office environment where I am and the coworkers and the teammates I have there. We're really building something really great, and we're going to be able to accomplish a lot. And so it's like, do I really want to up and move so quickly? My friend really just kind of reminded me of how I need to stay on track for my goals. This is why it's so important to have a core group of friends, almost like if you're a business, you have a board of advisors. You should have a varied group of friends that are really going to help you stay accountable to what it is that you want for your life and your goals. And so, like, in this conversation, I started with talking about, buying versus renting, and if I want to get a motorcycle, if I want to get, a scooter. And then it turned into like, well, what am I going to be doing in the next 3 to 6 months? And it's like, do I really want to be doing that? And so, like, there's a lot of things that I want to do in my life. And it's so hard, it's so difficult to be able to make space and to really accomplish all of the things that we want to accomplish. And at the end of the day, we just have to really be focused on our goals. So again, another one of the things I was looking at, that I was really excited about doing here in Thailand, is starting to take Muay Thai lessons. I am still focused on getting in better shape, and part of that is cardio. And I also want to develop some, really good fighting self-defense skills. Just a personal goal of mine. Not that I ever plan on getting in a fight or needing to use those skills, but it'd just be really nice to have them. It'd be an assurance. And I've taken boxing before, quite a few years ago when I started working with a personal trainer in Florida, and I really enjoyed it. And it's a really entertaining way to do cardio and to get in better shape and honestly lose, some weight rather quickly. That was one of the things I was really excited about. But now I'm thinking like, man, if I'm just going to move in a few months, is there really a point? And of course there is, like, anything, even in short duration, can be really good, especially something like Muay Thai. There's some basics you can learn, some fundamentals you can learn. It's good for your health. It's all those things all around, but there's so many things I want to do. I'm taking Thai lessons. I want to pick up my Spanish lessons again. Muay Thai, getting a motorcycle, getting citizenships. There are so many things I want to do. And so sometimes it can really be challenging to say, hey, I'm going to focus in on the things that matter most and really just sacrifice the other things that I do want, but that aren't fulfilling a larger grand vision right now, temporarily, so I can have those bigger goals and dreams. So one of the cool things about being able to have this position in Thailand, this job, is that I can qualify for citizenship by getting my payroll and paying the taxes. But at the same time, I can be working on citizenship in some other countries. And so obviously there's a lot of pieces of the puzzle here that have to fall into place. According to everything I've said, again, in my previous videos, if you've seen this already, I should be able to go remote. I should be able to, work and kind of have that lifestyle back where, I had full flexibility over where I could be whenever I was working and where I was living. So that way I can accomplish some of these other goals. We have to make sure that just actually comes to fruition. They feel good about it. I feel good about it. The team feels good about it, and we can stay productive and we can continue to smash goals. So I'm really having to make some tough decisions over the next few months. I have to see where my company is at, but at the same time, I've decided if I'm going to be really continuing to pursue this goal that I say I have of getting additional passports, getting this freedom, or if I'm going to go ahead and kind of settle in and choose to have some other things in my life that I want. And this is normal. This is everyone. We all have to go through this. We have to go through this in our business. We have to go through this in our personal lives. We have to be able to choose the things that we want. If not, we'll never have or do anything that we want. And so having this conversation tonight, one of the things that I really realized was, look, this journey over the next few years of going and getting passports is going to be quite a lonely one. Yes, I'll make friends wherever I go. Yes, I will date and be surrounded by women wherever I go. And yes, I will have friends that will support me virtually and that I can connect with virtually, and I can call and we can do virtual meetings and all that stuff with. But it's just not the same as having people with you in person. And so one of the biggest reasons why I'm so hesitant to pick up and move is not only just, hey, having to adjust to a new culture, new food, new language, all of that kind of stuff, but it really is also just the loneliness aspect, and I've even been having some conversations with my family, my mom in particular, about like these goals that I have. I can really get a lot done in the next 3 to 5 years. Really can get most of this accomplished. This passport goals that I have in the next 3 to 5 years, but it is going to be probably a pretty lonely 3 to 5 years for the most part. Meaning, I'm not going to really probably be building any long-term lasting personal relationships. Yes, I will pick up some friends here and there, but if any of you are traveling abroad or any of you have any long distance friends, you know that over time those relationships just grow apart, which is completely fine. And not having someone with you to build memories with as you go, is just something that is kind of a sacrifice to me. As part of this journey, as part of this experience of going to these different countries and living in these different countries and getting these experiences, I do enjoy meeting new people. I do enjoy dating in different cultures and different countries. It's always a lot of fun. But I do have a part of me that also wishes I had someone to go and create these experiences with. And so, that's just a little bit of a sacrifice that I'm going to make in order to accomplish this bigger picture of getting these passports and having this ultimate freedom. And honestly, once this process is done, then I have the freedom I want and I can do whatever I want. I can settle down in a place if I want, or I can then be established. I'm not going to have to be expending a lot of finances. I'm not going to have to be expending a lot of time, not going to have to be traveling or stay within a country for a certain period of time. And so, then I could look at, building some longer term relationships and even having some traveling companions to those different areas where, I'll kind of be based at that point. But, look, guys, this is the kind of decisions that when you lead this lifestyle, so those of you that are interested in following my journey of traveling and getting these different passports, setting up different bank accounts, doing all this stuff, these are some of the decisions you're going to have to make if you really want to follow this lifestyle and you don't have a tremendous amount of resources to invest in just buying passports. I do want to eventually buy a passport. It's on the docket. I want to buy a Caribbean passport, but that's going to take me a little bit of time to work up to have just extra funds to throw into a passport like that, to invest into a passport like that. And, so in the meantime, like, I'm going to be working on naturalization, but these are the kind of sacrifices you have to make. This life is an amazing life. I love it. I wouldn't exchange it for my old life or for one where I just stayed in the same place all the time. But there are still sacrifices you have to make. It's not just completely easy. It's not always just sunshine and rainbows and fun. You do have to put in some work and you do have to make some sacrifices in order to have these greater things in your life. I'm glad you're enjoying the video. If you need help with hiring, training, or managing your VAs, make sure you click the link in the description below to check out our free VA hiring workshop. If you need one-on-one help with me, click the link to schedule an appointment to see how I can help. And so with so many things that I want to do and I'm trying to accomplish in my life and in my business with my clients and just personally, and so how do I manage to get it all done? I'm constantly asked this. And one of the first things that you have to understand about me is I just go. One of my superpowers is that when I really decide I want to do something, I just go for it, like I said earlier in the video. And so that is something that is really unique to me. I just go get stuff done. This probably has a lot to do with my previous experiences in life, specifically my accident when I was 21 years old. That really changed a lot of things in life for me, showed me how short life could be. And so I just don't have a lot of patience anymore. That's also can be a bad thing, as I probably talked about in some of these videos, but the lack of patience does propel me forward and I do get a lot of stuff done. But how do I really manage to get it all done? Well, really, guys, that just comes down to a few key concepts, and you can use this in your personal life, you can use it in your travel, you can use it in your business. But the first thing is just focus. And so, obviously, like I said, having conversations with key people in your life who really understand what you're trying to accomplish, what your goals are, and what you really want to do is really, really important, because you're going to start to get lost in the weeds of it all, and you're going to start to lose a little bit of that focus, being distracted by other things that you want in your life or that you want to do, you want to accomplish. And so, obviously Muay Thai and learning Thai language, those serve, a greater purpose with my life here in Thailand. But, if I'm going to be leaving in a couple of months, and we don't know if that's going to be for a short period of time, a longer period of time, but if I'm going to be leaving in a couple of months, then does it really make sense to put a full amount of effort into those things right now? Probably not. And so does that mean I shouldn't do them at all? Not necessarily, but does that mean I should create these expectations that, I'm going to sign up for Muay Thai and it's going to have this amazing impact on my life, I'm going to learn all these things? Probably not, because I'm only going to be doing it for a short period of time. And so then I can kind of work back from, hey, what is it that I really want? What is it that I need to be focused on first? And then second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and I can start placing the things I want to do in their respective priority roles, and then work backwards. And so the first thing is, look, I need to be focused on passports. I don't need to be focused on dating relationships. Yes, I'm having fun having a dating life. It's great. But I don't need to be focused on like trying to find like a serious committed relationship right now, because that most likely is not going to fit my lifestyle. I also don't need to be focused on going all in on learning the Thai language, all in on learning Muay Thai. Maybe I don't even need to buy a scooter, buy a motorcycle. Maybe I don't need to get my driver's license right now, right away. Maybe what I need to be focused on is like, hey, what is this next transition going to look like when I have to go to another country? And what are some other options I have there, as far as maybe that's not the only country I want to be working on when I move there. I only have to be there 6 months out of the year. I could be somewhere else for 6 months out of the year working on even another citizenship opportunity. And so what you want to do is you want to maximize the time that you have, and you want to do that based on the priorities. What are the priorities in your life? And I think this is so important, not only from a time perspective, but also from an effort and energy perspective, and financial perspective. Many people just go through their life kind of bumping along, trying to figure it out. And look, I'm not going to say I have everything figured out. As random and crazy as my life is sometimes, I am usually in a mode where I'm figuring it out. But I have a general plan that I'm following. I have a focus. I have certain tasks, I have certain objectives, certain goals that I'm trying to accomplish. I may figure out the exact road and how to get to the end goal, but I actually have a goal. And I think a lot of people go throughout their life without specific goals, and that's why they tend to not accomplish a lot. The second thing that you really need to have is you need to have a support system. So whether this is family, friends, whether it's colleagues, whether it is a team that you pay, like a team of freelancers that help you with your business or even with your personal tasks, you have to have a support system. Now, I do rely on my family for some things, but I don't really want to be a burden on them for a lot of the things that I need to get done. And because I hire a team of freelancers to help me with my business anyways, and I work very closely with them, a lot of times I utilize their skills to help me with my own personal goals. So, for example, I've utilized someone on my team before who's really good at research to go out and research different countries and passports before. I've had that same person research different bank accounts in different countries. And so, of course, I paid her for her time to do this because she is an employee and she does work for me. But I have a support system. I have a team. And so you have to have a support system and a team around you that's going to help you facilitate all of these things, or else you're just not always going to be able to get it done. Now, I have really developed this skill set of building a core team around you that you can trust, that are going to work whether you're constantly checking in on them or not, from all my years of working with remote workers and working with employees and managing teams remotely. But you can do this with anyone or anything as long as you have a mutual understanding. And really, when it comes to having a team, the number one thing you have to be able to do well. And so if you're running a business and you're trying to manage a team remote, or if you're just trying to accomplish something in your life, maybe you're trying to travel and you have a spouse or a partner or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, and you have someone that you're working with to accomplish that, you have to learn how to delegate. This is probably the number one thing that business owners specifically struggle with when it comes to managing a team. It's just delegating tasks. But it's not just telling someone what to do. One, you really have to be able to make sure that the person you're delegating to understands the goal, what you want them to accomplish, and how they need to get it done. And the second thing is that you need to be able to let go of that task, trust them to do a good job, to get that task done, but also be able to verify that they are doing it correctly. And so if you go back and you watch a lot of my hiring videos, my remote worker videos, I talk a lot about the systems and processes behind how to do this. And this is what I've done. I really mastered this in business. I mastered this with having multiple marketing clients that we would manage with a small team. We'd have hundreds of tasks. We'd be working hundreds of hours every week across the team. And I really learned how to do this from when I had my marketing agency and I had a small team that would literally manage hundreds to thousands of tasks a week with only a handful of team members. We were just very organized, we were very precise, and we were very focused on what it is that we were trying to do. And simply all I've done in my personal life and other aspects of my life is I've taken these same concepts and I will apply them to these different areas in my life. You have to be able to delegate tasks in a way where the people around you are going to be able to understand what you're trying to accomplish, how to accomplish those successfully to help you move forward towards your goal and help you stay focused on those tasks that need to be done. When you can learn how to delegate tasks correctly, so that way they get done right the first time, and it's actually accomplishing something as a part of your process, a part of your goal of accomplishing whatever it is that you want to accomplish, you're going to be able to get a lot done a lot quicker than everybody else, and it's going to be at a much higher level. And so this honestly has been the number one secret to how I can get so much done. And look, you may not be like me where you have this sudden urgency to go out and get something done. That is okay. But if you can build a support team around you, if you can have people that are going to help support you, they're going to help take all of the mundane tasks off of you. And guys, a practical example for my traveling friends that are out there that are watching this, for example, one of the tasks that I need to get done is getting my Thai driver's license. And so I'm going to hire an agency for that. Yes, I could spend time figuring it out. I could spend time making all the appointments for the medical exam and the eye test and all this other stuff I got to do. I could spend time in the police station trying to fill out forms that are translated probably not well, and trying to communicate with the staff that are speaking Thai, and I don't really speak very much Thai at this point. I could spend a lot of time, effort, and energy doing that, or I could just take some of the resources I have financially and some of the connections I have from a friend who recommended a really good agency, pay them, get the license, get the process done, and I can move on to the next thing. And so you need to look at how you can build a support system around you, whether it's a team that you hired, whether it's family members, whether it's friends, whether it's travel partners, or whether it's agencies that you're going to hire and they're just going to help you with individual tasks. You got to be able to build a support system if you're trying to accomplish a lot of things, and especially in a lifestyle like mine where you're constantly on the go and you're constantly adjusting to new cultures and new languages. It's just so important that you are able to lean on others to help you get stuff done. And when you are kind and you are nice to people and you are giving them value back and not just using them, and most people around the world are just really, really happy to help you. And so I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It's been a busy couple of weeks, busy couple of months. It's going to continue to be busy. And so life here in Thailand is starting to settle down a little bit, but I'm looking at another potential big disruption in life if I do end up going over to Serbia here in a couple of months. So again, we do have to see how things work out with the job that I have, and we do have to make sure that is a decision that is going to lead me down the path I want to go down of additional passports, and just compare that with a few other options I have. But likely that was the plan at the beginning of the year. The plan was to make money this year, help more people, and be on track to getting multiple passports. So that is likely going to happen, and so that'll obviously be big video update. I'll have a lot of content to take you guys on. I'll actually be documenting for the first time what that transition is like in a new country, and I'll have my team helping me with that. And so that'll be really exciting, content for you guys to see, and it'll be a brand new country, not even in Southeast Asia. It'll be in Eastern Europe, which is really, really cool. So stay tuned to the channel. Let me know in the comments if there's anything specific, any topics with travel, with gym and health, which I haven't even gone into in these videos yet, with business, with hiring a remote team, any of that stuff, guys, that I talk about in my videos. I'd love to know what you want to hear more about. Even dating, I try to stay away from that topic because I'm not a dating coach at all, but I know a lot of people that follow my channel are interested in what dating is like overseas. So if you guys are excited to see what keeps happening, all the changes and adjustments in my life, me going through all these processes of opening up bank accounts and businesses, I will be starting a business in Serbia. I will be working towards citizenship, so I'll be able to document that whole process for you guys proactively this time, which I haven't done in the past because I haven't been really focused on that. But stay tuned to check out that content. Click the subscribe button. Make sure you guys leave a comment. Let me know what specific topics you want to hear me talk about in my travels, in my gym life, and just in my overall business life, and anything I can help you guys with, I am happy to do that. So see you in the next one. Hey guys, that's the end of the video. Thanks for tuning in. If you got some value out of that, make sure you go ahead and let me know by leaving a like. I'd love to hear your thoughts, questions, and comments down in the comment section. And of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos. We release 3 videos a week, one on sales, one on marketing, and one on VAs. And of course, if you want to check out some of our services or products, check out the links in the description, as well as you can find information on one-on-one coaching and consulting with me, where we can dive into the specific strategies and solutions that you need in order to take your business from 6 figures to 7 figures, or low 7 figures to more 7 figures.